AI is now showing what the real bottlenecks have been in terms of software design. For the longest time, there have been a running joke in the industry about copying and pasting code from Stack Overflow or any other sources. This brought the issue that maintaining the code is a bigger issue than coming up with the code. And AI has highlighted this very clearly that now you can pump out code so quick, but you still gotta go to the code reviews because maintenance is still so important, and being able to have a clear, cohesive, and thoughtful design is still very important towards maintenance. You can pop out code very quickly, but if it all adds up, a chunk here, a chunk here, and a chunk here over there, and it's not a cohesive, thoughtful design, then your maintenance is gonna suck. And if you don't understand the code, the maintenance is gonna suck. So you could pump out code way faster, but your maintenance also can increase. So there has to be a balance. That's why you need to understand the code. So code reviews is still very important, and the clear, cohesive, and thoughtful design is still very important, and those are the bottlenecks now. And they have been for a while, as you will read in the article, very nicely phrased. They have been for a while. AI is now revealing that. It's not just pumping the code, you need to understand the code, and the code has to have a cohesive, clear, and thoughtful design, which it leads up to the maintenance, because anything that you produce you gotta maintain. And if you just copying and pasting code from AI without understanding, you're not gonna have a cohesive, thoughtful design, and it's gonna affect your maintenance, and things are going to break. So you're gonna have a tough time debugging and doing all that stuff. And yeah, you can use AI, all this stuff, but to this point, AI is still not able to do all of this on its own. And the T app is a clear example of what happens when you just buy code and you don't do the necessary steps. There's a lot of cascading things and a lot of cascading implications to have one AI coding and one AI doing the review and one AI doing this and that. I don't think we're there yet, and I don't see it being there anytime soon. I think it's a lot of hype because there's a lot of money involved. Look at Meta investing billions of dollars into it. So you need to have the confidence, consumer shareholder confidence, and the hype up to be able to keep pumping this money out. Otherwise, you can't pump that money out. So there's a lot of other things at play why the hype is there, in my opinion. If you think about it, ChatGPT 3.5 came out in November of 2022, and it was supposed to get rid of programmers. And here we are 3 years later and still here. There's still a lot of junior positions in programming. And it's not because companies are slow to adapt all that stuff. It's for things like the T app that got hacked, and you have all this stuff. You have a lot of stuff that are at play that you cannot just, oh yeah, you get an AI and just bytecode it. There's a lot involved. There's a lot of in-depthness and thoroughness and thoughtfulness into it. We're still not there, and I don't think we're gonna be there for the next 5 years, but we'll see. At the end of the day, AI is proving where the true bottlenecks are, even if they were not in the past. But I do agree with the article that it makes sense those were the bottlenecks. But one thing is for certain, things are evolving, the job is changing, and we change with it. I'm not anti-AI, I'm anti a lot of things like offloading all your thinking and everything to AI, because what you don't use, you lose. And if you are letting AI do all your thinking, you're gonna get dull, do all this stuff, and then you're replaceable. Then what is the point of having you? You can put anybody else there and just do it. So that's what I'm against. I'm against thinking AI is just another human doing the job. I'm all for using AI for the tool it is. And once it gets advanced enough and probably just better than all of us, and it can think on its own, then we're all fucked. So it doesn't matter. For now, I think this is a type 2 decision that Jeff Bezos says. There's type 1s that are irreversible, you just keep going forward. And there's type 2 that if you make a mistake, you're more than welcome to open the door and go back down. And I think right now, getting into coding is a type 2. If you go in, and especially if you enjoy it, go for it. I mean, at the worst, it's a hobby and you can just make your own programs, and AI is going to help you do that. But if it all comes out that AI can do everything and there's no coding, you can always back out and use those skills that you learn, and you can build things and maybe even do entrepreneurship and do all the stuff, because at that point the coding, the AI is doing everything. Pretty much all other good jobs are going to be off the table soon. So you're going to have to be able to use skills and be resourceful to build stuff and to get that money that we're all gonna be in universal income. And if you get let's say 2,000, the other person makes 2,000, another person makes 2,000, well, there has to be a reason why they give you a little bit of your money, of their 2,000s, to you, for you to collect money from everybody else. And coding is gonna help with that because you're gonna be able to make stuff, you're gonna be able to modify stuff. And let me say this: robots, AI, all this stuff, they're gonna get jailbroken. Human nature is undefeated. They're gonna get jailbroken, and they're gonna get modification, and they're gonna have all this three stuff. You know why? Because we overdone it. Look at the iPhone. We'll jailbreak it. Look at satellites. I remember someone a long time ago that I know that used to hack satellites, and he made a good living out of it, more than working for a job. So it's human nature. We're always jailbreaking and modifying stuff. So we're gonna be modifying all this normal stuff. It's human nature. So coding is still gonna be helpful in those type of ways. I'm not recommending anything illegal, just an example. But one thing is for sure, things always move forward.